All right, hi everybody. Today we're going to be doing a video review of the BT4 Slice marker package from BadlandsPaintball.com. All right, so the first thing we're going to talk about is price. I got this entire package, and I'll show you what's in it in like 2 seconds. I got this entire package, marker, gravity feed hopper, 13 cubic inch HPA tank, squeegee, 2 barrel bags, a whole bunch of other stuff for exactly $200, and that's with the $20 HPA tank upgrade. Uh, I think this is a great deal as opposed to like buying your equipment piecemeal over time, especially if you're a budget conscious player, because it's way cheaper than buying everything one piece at a time. Just for the tank and the marker, I actually looked them up because I wasn't sure about the exact prices. The HPA tank retails on Badlands. It's probably pretty typical of every other paintball shop out there, at least for Canada anyways. These are all Canadian dollars. The tank comes out to $67.99 before tax, and the marker comes out to $159.95. Now, with the 8% sales tax that we pay here in Ontario, that together, because you're going to need to buy your tank and your marker together, you need air to run your marker. It's going to be about 224 or 227.94. Or that's before tax, and then with the tax is 18.24. So in total, you're paying about $246.18, and that's just for a marker, gravity feed hopper, and a tank. They throw in a bunch of other stuff. They throw in second barrel bag. They throw in a squeegee. Those are like $5-10 things, so it would be about 260, and then you have to throw in shipping if you're not going to the store to buy these things. So 260 versus $200 even with an upgrade, it seems like a pretty good deal. So now I'm going to go into, I think, a brief history of BT. BT started out with Ben Titman. They originally, from what I've heard, they originally created the initials or used the initials BT for Ben Titman, but he didn't like that. He didn't like his name being the name of the company, so they switched it to Battle Tested. He had control of a lot of the patents for the 98 custom. So he took them over and transferred them over to his new company, and he improved on them. And what he created after improving was this. This is my Gen 1 BT Combat. This is pre-Empire. This is a pretty old marker, and it's been holding up really well. Not to slag the 98 custom, but I think that, in my opinion, I've fired both markers. This is a far superior model. He did upgrade the internals massively. I love this gun. My only gripe about it is that it's the clamshell design still that you see with the 98. You have to take the feed neck, the handle off. You have to take the grip frame off, and then crack open these two halves that divide down the middle. The entire almost decade that I've been using this marker has been my only gripe. But this is a great marker. What they've done since then is they've created, I'm going to take out the stuff that didn't come with the kit. That would be the pod pouch I mentioned in my first video, and a couple things in the hopper, but this came with it, the mask, and of course I've mentioned the tag. So I'll take this all out. What they created relatively recently, try not to tear the house apart, is the BT4 Combat Slice. This is essentially the same marker as the BT Combat. Internally, they are the exact same marker. They both function the same, they both operate pretty much the same. The only external difference, operationally speaking, is the cocking handle. This one is a little tab on the side. The BT4 Slice has what I think is a pretty cool feature. It has this cocking handle right here. And that's how you cock the bolt. But internally, they're the exact same marker. What they've done to improve it is they've fixed my only gripe, which was the disassembly for maintenance. Whereas the old marker, you had to take everything off and you had to split it in half, and there's a lot of small parts that you risk losing in doing that. With this BT Slice, and there's a million videos doing this on YouTube, but I just want to illustrate my point. With the BT Slice without a barrel on, that's all you got to do. And I love that. I think that if that's all they had done to improve on the Gen 1, they would have hit it out the park. It would have been the perfect starter mech marker, in my opinion. It would have been just beautiful. The cons of this marker, what I don't like, is one of the things that I really love about the first gen, and I'm sure you can tell just by looking at the two what the biggest difference is cosmetically and therefore functionally, other than the stock. The stock was an extra that came with my package, which is the Picatinny rail. The Gen 1 has a monolithic Picatinny rail, and what that allows you to do is it allows you to attach things like sights. Some action cameras come with Picatinny mounts, and I can mount GoPro anywhere on this marker using a Picatinny mount, and this massive amount of real estate for Picatinny accessories. That I loved. But unfortunately, what they've done with the Slice, as you can see, the only Picatinny space that there is on the marker is taken up by either the feed neck or the grip. This right here isn't true Picatinny because that's where you stick the feed neck on. There's no holding part there, right? Because and it was kind of a compromise because of this right here. This adds width, and it makes it impossible to get the feed neck past. I think if they had just left that cutout there and then maybe machined the rest of this out, it would have been a home run. As it is, if you want to add Picatinny, or if you want to add more Picatinny accessories, it either has to be small enough to fit like directly behind your feed neck, or you have to have access to some sort of milling machine to mill it out. And then you have to re-anodize the marker, and it's a whole crap load of work that really isn't worth it. I'm sure there's other ways to mount stuff. But yeah, that's my only gripe, is that they got rid of the monolithic Picatinny rail across the top. But other than that, it's a great marker, great starter marker. This is the package I mentioned before in my other video that I got for my girlfriend. She loves it. This is what she uses when we go play paintball. Other things that come in it are, this is the standard gravity feed hopper that comes stock in the kit. You can upgrade. You can get there's a special gravity feed hopper that has a little shelf and it's supposed to be faster. There's a couple other options for positive feed loaders you can upgrade to. That's of course more money, but this is what comes stock with the kit. And this was as I mentioned before, this is a $20 upgrade. This is the 3,000 cubic inch. If you don't upgrade, the kit comes with a CO2 air tank, which depending on your location, what's available to you might be a better option. but where I live, HPA rules the day. So every field has free HPA fills, and there's very few places that'll fill CO2. Other things that come with the kit, or that come in the kit, like little goodies and that. You have of course, all the software and all the rest of it, all the literature that comes in the kit. They throw in a couple stickers for you. They give you an extra barrel bag to go with the barrel bag that already comes with the marker. I forget which one was the extra. They throw in a squeegee, which, like I've said before, is a $5, $10 extra. I think mine was like $10. I don't know. I bought it when I bought something else, so I couldn't tell you exactly how much it came out to. And yeah, it's a great kit if you're starting out. That's my opinion on it. It has everything you need to get started: the air tank, the hopper, the marker, and then all your care and maintenance tools. It comes with your Allen keys, etc. I don't know where those are, actually. I don't know if my girlfriend threw them back in or what, but yeah, it's a great kit. My opinion is, if you're strapped for money and you're trying to get into paintball and you're trying to get away from using rental markers all the time, you're better off in the long run, and you're going to save more money if you buy a kit. A lot of guys, Tech PB, a lot of guys on here will say, oh, buy things piecemeal. Buy a mask, then buy a hopper, then buy a tank, then buy a gun. But I've already shown you that just the tank and the marker, you're spending way more than you would pay for this kit, in Canada at least, right? So if you have to save up, maybe get an envelope and put like $20 every paycheck into the envelope and save up until you have the $200, or until you have, I think, the 200 minus 20, whatever, until you have enough money to buy yourself a kit. This is not the only kit that Badlands has. They have multiple kits. They have 98 kits. They have Spider MR1 kits. They have Empire Mini kits. With everything you need. They range in price. The mini kit obviously is more expensive because it comes with a rotor, I think. But it's definitely a better option than buying piecemeal. That's my opinion, and that's my opinion. You can get this kit for $200 at Badlands Paintball. That is not a plug. I'm not getting paid by them to say that or endorse them. I just think they're a really good site. So I give this kit a thumbs up. If you're just starting out and you're keeping an eye on your money, the kit is the way to go.